abandoned. But so this is what they're claiming, guys. This is an escalation, and it's escalating in other dimensions also, according to sources. It looks like Israel is also wanting to push into southern Lebanon and uh, go after the Hezbollah organization. So this could expand. This war could expand. Yeah, Iceland's on fire. Yes, a lot of stuff's going on right now, guys. A lot of things are happening. Uh, so just buckle your belts, because we are coming into a year that I'm expecting great trouble in 2024. So uh, so what's happening? This coalition of 10 nations that's being led by the United States to attack to counter the Houthis. Now, what do they mean by counter? Maybe it's just more operations. We've got 3 destroyers already in the Red Sea. So these 3 destroyers are active already, shooting down drones and other things. But the United States has a habit that if we get involved in a conflict, we like to make it a multinational thing, so that I guess the United States don't take all the heat or take all the blame. But this is just going to escalate stuff all over. This is going to cause a lot of potential problems, especially with sleeper cells in the United States. What's it going to take to get them activated? How long is it going to take till we're into it with Iran? I don't think the current administration wants to get involved in Iran, because they've sponsored so much stuff with Iran and sent money to Iran. But how much can you take publicly when shipping from all over the world is being hit going through the Red Sea? A lot of different countries' shipping has been hit, and they've been firing at stuff. So this is a big part of what's provoking this. So this is now the 3 warships I was talking about. Of course, the USS Carney, the USS Mason, and there's also the USS Stedham that are there. Now, what you may not know is that the carrier, the Dwight Eisenhower, has been moved from the Persian Gulf to I think it's the Gulf of Aden. It's right there they're right there next to Yemen right now. So we've got an aircraft carrier poised to be involved in this too. So definitely, the United States has been weighing their options and moving the chess pieces to prepare to take on the Houthis. Now, how far will they go? Will they actually attack the Houthis inland, or will they continue just to beef up the current operations of shooting down drones and missiles? The involvement of the aircraft carrier, the 10-nation task force, evokes the idea. When we get a 10-nation, any kind of international task force, it's usually as a result that we're going to hit somebody. So we may actually go in and take out parts of the Houthis operation. I don't know. We're going to find out. But this whole thing is escalating. And if we're not planning that initially, that is very likely to evolve. So just to let everybody know, we are essentially entering this war in some fashion. And so it's just set to escalate. That's the bottom line. And just bear in mind that it's going to go beyond that, because Israel is talking about going into, again, to southern Lebanon to take out the Houthis. Not the Houthis, Hezbollah, excuse me. This has been announced in The Guardian. It's been announced in some of the Russian media. So you can find it in, I think, Sputnik and various other Russian sources. Like I said, and the Guardian, of course, is a British publication. So we're seeing this from different publications claiming that that Israel is likely to expand against Hezbollah. They want to push Hezbollah back, because the Israelis considered Hezbollah to be a much bigger threat than Hamas. And the things are escalating. That's what it looks like. So 2024, and even before 2024, this looks to be a rough time for us coming up, guys. So just be prepared, be ready. To give you more background on this, once again, for those coming in, 10-nation coalition announced by U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, called Operation Prosperity Garden. which is going to have the United Kingdom, Bahrain, I guess is the correct way of saying it, Canada, France, Italy, the Netherlands, Norway, the Shetland Islands, and Spain are all the nations that are being named. There's other nations that are participating in some fashion or supporting it that don't want to be announced. They don't want to be named for being part of this. So this is being coordinated by the Combined Task Force 153, which was just set up in April of 2022 to supposedly improve the maritime security of the Red Sea. Well, they've not been doing a very good deal with this because that strait, which is right next to Yemen, leading into the Red Sea, known as the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, has been very active in these attacks, and some right into the Red Sea. And of course, the Gulf of Aden, where I think the present location of the Eisenhower, USS Eisenhower aircraft carrier is at. So these things are just, let's see, the Houthis actually claimed, well, they made a military operation against 2 ships of the Zionist entity. You know, that's what they're always claiming, but they're attacking ships from all over. So it's not just that. Anyway, so some things Austin said is, in the Red Sea, we're leading a multinational maritime task force to uphold the bedrock principle of freedom of navigation. Iran's support for the Houthi attacks on the commercial vessels must stop. Does this evoke the idea that we're also going to go after Iran? He said that the group's attacks on shipping were reckless, dangerous, and they violate international law. Well, now that is true. That is true. All this coming from Secretary of Defense Milt Dud Austin. He's so affectionately known, Milt Dud Austin. You can imagine what that means. A lot of people are somewhat less than appreciative of what, you know, well, he's somewhat less than totally inspiring, if you know what I mean. But just like, you know, he's a reflection of the entire administration, which he serves, headed by President Potato Head. Anyway, guys, so the escalation is going on. There has been talk that things may hit Christmas right here in the United States. There could be attacks. There could be sleeper cell events. I don't know, guys. It's been suggested. Colonel Cole sent me an article earlier today talking about a large number of cities that are believed to be targets for the Hamas organization right here in the United States. A large number, major cities all over this country where they might be hitting power grid, water, airports, and various infrastructure. So when would this happen? What would be the trigger event? Would it be, would it have to wait till we actually might attack Iran, or a really hard attack on Iran, something would threaten the regime in Iran? What is the trigger point? What is the red line that triggers these sleeper cells? I've talked about these sleeper cells on my channel for years before any other YouTubers started talking about it, because I was talking about the threat to our power grid, and that the head of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard actually admitted that they had 20 of our big substations already targeted, among other things. Now get this, guys. This is what you need to know. 20,000 military-aged Chinese national men. Hey, Rodney. Thank you, Rodney. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Mr. Knife Smith, Mr. Knife Maker. Salute to Rodney Middleton. Guys, so this is something we've got to pay attention to. You better have your eyes wide open, head on a swivel now more than ever. Christmas, a lot of us are traveling around the country, myself included, hopefully. So a lot of Iranians are Mexican. What's that supposed to mean? Anyway, I don't know. I wouldn't go there. That sounds like the spaghetti westerns, which, you know, had Mediterranean people posed as Mexicans. They didn't like Mexicans to me, but, you know, hey. So, you know, back in the day, before we had some Mexican immigrants in this country, a lot of folks didn't know. So, all that said, we have a lot of activity with the Navy being put out to sea and around about. So, this is serious, guys. This is a potential threat here domestically. Like I said, we don't know what the red line is. We don't know what the trigger point is. Robert Hodges, thank you. Near me, why is the DH building 2 biohazard containment containment trailers. Ooh, where at, Robert? Well, maybe they're expecting something. Maybe they are expecting. I'm Latino, half Honduran, and I say build that wall and make it electric. Well, you know what? There are a lot of Mexicans in Texas. What do they call them? Telos, or what's that word they got for them? They want to stop the people coming across the border more than anybody. And I'll be honest, guys, this border traffic has funded the drug cartels. It's made them to get very powerful and very rich at the great expense of the peace and freedom of the Mexican people. So, probably the best thing we could do for Mexico would be to shut down the border, at least the illegal immigration across of it. We need to vet who's coming in this country. What is wrong with vetting the people that come in this country? Yeah, we need immigrants. We need help. We need workers, but we need to know who they are. We need to do background checks on people. We just can't throw the gates wide open and let everything roll in. But that is exactly what a certain party is fighting to do. And, it's gotten so bad that the Republicans are actually putting in legislation like to fund, Israel and Ukraine, that, we'll do it contingent, you closing the border. Well, they don't even want to do it then. It's like, really? And they're fighting over it. So why are you so resistive to the protection of our country, to the one thing our government ought to do if they don't do anything else? I mean, if you can't do that, then why do you even exist as a government? What is your job? What is your role? Okay, I got to be careful. I keep getting monetized when I go into this topic. Well, guys, this platform is beating me up. Demonetize a lot of my videos, so I got to be careful. Every time I go into this, they demonetize my video. It's like, really? Yeah. Anyway, so guys, this whole thing just makes me sick in my stomach. But that we won't protect our own selves right here. That is protection. Your skin is your physically, your bodily number one aspect of your immune system. If you don't have skin, you die because all the bugs get in you. Well, your skin is your border, and these other nations protect their borders. So what's why is it so bad for us to do it? Why is it so awful? Anyway, guys, so I'm getting sidetracked here, but there's a lot of other stuff going on. Russia's getting really pushy against Finland. Russia is claiming that they are creating a Leningrad military district to deal with Finland, whatever that means. And they are really mad at Finland for being in NATO, and are claiming that according to Putin, he says there were no problems and now there will be. Now, what's that problem? What's that mean? That's a huge statement with regard to Finland. Problems? What does he mean by that? So it's got the Finns on guard. But get this, Germany is going to do the first ever deployment of German troops outside of Germany on foreign soil since World War II. Germany is sending troops to Lithuania. So, in a sense, we're already getting involved in World War III. If this Mideast Hamas Houthi operation is part of World War III, and I would say it is, we're there. We're not just funding. It's no longer just a proxy thing for the United States. We're there. We're in it. And furthermore, I'm expecting, when it comes to clashes with other nation states of size, that this thing with China is probably the biggest potential for that due to two things. One, the South China Sea business with the Philippines. We have a standing treaty with the Philippines that says, yes, we will protect them. We have to. That treaty is, I think, a 1951 treaty. And furthermore, we have come out and just declared, if you attack Filipino troops, we're going to respond. We will protect them. And the Philippines are getting where they're really pushing back against China. Now, China's come out and said the United States is using the Philippines as blah, blah, blah. No, the Philippines is doing this on their own. They're mad. They're angry. That's why Marcos got elected president of the Philippines is because he was going to push against what China was doing. China was just taking all their fishing grounds and resources that should be theirs, and even they've been basically invading and attacking, not with pure deadly force or Filipinos just, but they've been ramming them. They rammed a ship that had the very head of the entire Philippine military on board. So the China has gotten extremely aggressive down there in the South China Sea Islands. So this is most likely, I think I would say more likely than Taiwan to be an immediate flashpoint, except for there's this election coming up in Taiwan. I believe it's the 14th of January, and China's making a lot of records. This election don't go to suit us, then we're going to do something. Oh yeah? Well, that might be the beginnings of the war between the invasion or whatever China's going to do with Taiwan. It might start out as a blockade. It might escalate to before they would send in their roll-on, roll-off ships to invade Taiwan, which would probably be in April. But they would have time to blockade, to start attacking with missiles or whatever they wanted to do before then. But there's been a lot of thinkers, a lot of writers that have suggested, and there's indications of this and why they would do this, that China would actually try to take out our forces throughout the Pacific so that we couldn't respond. And what can we do? They actually have a lot of capabilities to do that. They may take out our Pacific fleet, a Pearl Harbor type operation. This is what a lot of people are concerned with. So this is not something to be taken lightly, guys. Sleeper cells news. Oh, Rodney Hodges, $5. Ukraine is letting East Indian families to combat what's going on with the population dwelling. Oh, friend in Lviv is seeing this. East Indian families? So Ukraine is getting people from India to fight for them? Well, they're running, look, the average age of the Ukrainian soldiers is 46 years old, from what I hear. That's the data I'm hearing. I haven't vetted that, but I've been saying for a long time that time is not on the side of the Ukrainians in that war, because it's a war of attrition, and Ukraine is a much smaller country population-wise, manufacturing-wise, monetarily than Russia. And even though we've been backing Ukraine, China and North Korea and Iran and some others are backing Russia. So this is not at all a trivial thing, guys. So, and I'm not endorsing that we're back who anybody right now. I'm just telling you what the facts are from the standpoint of preparedness. You've got to be prepared, because there's sleeper cells in this country from a lot of different places, and things could go down. Yes, David Potter, I wholeheartedly agree. We got a joke inside the Beltway running things, but we're in a pitiful condition right now. And the United States is becoming a laughing stock of the world. I mean, you wouldn't have seen this stuff happen before. It's like everybody goes, oh, okay, they're asleep at the wheel at the head of the United States, so let's do whatever we want to. Same down under. Yes, Rodney, this is happening all over the West. This is not just an American thing. This is not just an American thing. And there's sleeper cells in many countries. It's not just America, but it's been allowed to happen. So, oh yeah, by the way, the Philippines is going to try to explore oil in the South China Sea. Now, see how that goes over with China. Supposedly they're negotiating it with China, but there's, surprising, no kidding, no progress in these negotiations. Do you think? Wow. So these are the kind of things going on right now. These are the kind of things that you've got to be concerned about, because these are, oh yeah, by the way, I'm in my van. I'm the man in the van down by the wash. You can see out my window here. But anyway, so these are things that we need to be aware of right now more than ever, because we are getting involved. It was inevitable. We were really involved already through funding and things like that. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, George Coggins. Wow, so I don't see much holiday cheer. Not many decorations. No one is shopping. Restaurants slow. Very different feel this year. That's strange. Yeah, well, I am planning to go see some of my grandbabies this season. So I'm going to be on the road. So I hope that things don't shut down. There's been a lot of talk that our country might get shut down. We may not be able to travel from state to state. I ain't going to be happy with that because I'm caught between two different sides of the United States right now, between Alabama and Arizona. And I have been in Arizona. I'm in Arizona right now. I've been here since mid-August, all but 3 weeks. That includes travel time. So, and I'm here because trying to get ready, trying to prep, and it's also a financial thing for me. So it's both because I got to change my finances because I'm about to be, I'm at risk financially in Alabama, to be honest. My costs there are too high with my mortgage and the debts I got. If I can sell my house there and get out of some of this debt, then I'll be in a lot better shape. So Sweet Home Alabama, yeah, I love that song and I do love the state, but guys, I'm just I can't afford the proposition, and the area I'm at in Alabama is highly populated, and it's just too many people really when things go bad. I'd encourage people to seek low population. Now there is an area in Alabama that's really good for that. I mentioned that in a previous video. If you want to go out, and one of the best places I think in the southeast to prep and get away would be if you would go around just west of the Bankhead National Forest, in those counties, like Smith, Phil Campbell, and those kind of areas, Winston, those areas are they got a lot of wildlife. The population is very low, and land is cheap for the eastern United States in that area. I just happened to got a sweetheart deal here in Arizona 3 years ago, and I got a lot of friends out here. I got a lot of friends in this area. I got friends in Alabama too. But that's kind of what's happening to me. Oh yeah, by the way, I got my roof. My roof is on my building. My roof is up. So I can at least have a little more comfort if I got to leave a little bit for some time here. But I don't know. I may be gone through January, maybe part of February. I might be back in a few days, especially if everything going on in the world. It really tempts me to be, maybe make a quick trip home and bug back here fast. I don't know. That's what I've done the last couple of times. Just a few days at home. Once I only spent 3 days at home. The other time 5 days, 4.5 or something like that. And boom, right back. So that's what I've been doing. That's why, how I spent so much time. But it costs a lot of money running back and forth across the country. It's tough. I was born, raised, and lived in the Carolinas. Yeah, I've been in the Carolinas. I lived in North Carolina when I was I started my basic in AIT in South Carolina, but I was stationed first when I was in the Army at Fort Bragg. And that's what I'll always call it, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Oh yeah, guys, so we got to talk, we're going to hit on that a little bit too in just a minute. But, they are, what is it? They are going to Arlington and taking out a so-called Confederate memorial there. And the so-called Confederate memorial is like a woman figure. It's of a woman, and she is basically got plowshares and printing hooks. It's really a peace memorial more than anything. But Arlington National Cemetery, they're taking this memorial out, and I really got to wonder about that because think about this, guys. What is Arlington? Does anybody know what Arlington was before it became a national cemetery? Before it became a facility of the United States military? What was Arlington? I'm from. Oops, it's fading out. I'm from Salinda, North Carolina. I live in Gaffney, South Carolina. Hey, Wiesel. Yes, Stacy's one. Hey, Samuel Turner. Hadn't seen you in a while. Where you been, Sam? Your new green hat makes you look like Robin Hood. I fear international terrorist attacks more than conventional conflict. Amen. 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 That's what I've been warning people about on my channel for a long time. Yes. Captain Trips got it, and so did AG. It was General Robert E. Lee's property. It was where he lived. So they took a Confederate property made it a U.S. military place, and now they won't even allow a Confederate memorial that has beaten plows and beaten swords into plowshares. That was what it was, beating swords into plowshares. They took that down. They're trying to take it down. Wow. Greg, will you text me your address? I was going to grab it off your website. My website's down. Really? Why would my website be down? That's interesting. My website shouldn't be down. It was there the last time I looked at it, and I haven't got no notification of any issues with my website. Can anybody verify that? New Days, can you check out my website? That's odd. I didn't know that my website was down. So that's an interesting take on things. I was going to go in and modify it. It shouldn't be down. I think you got no, it's not down. You got some other issue there. GreenGregs.com is still active. GreenGregs.com. Don't be ordering worms right now. I'm kind of in a tight. If you really need worms, make it a small order. Because I only got one worker who's working just a few hours, and I'm not there, and I can't ship anything unless I'm there to pay for it. So, yeah, Green Gregs, what kind of nug are you packing? All kinds. It's not singular, okay? It's to the teeth. I got 3 on my body right now. Multiple bang bangs. They are full of kibbles. My nugs are well fed. Well fed. Yes. So, yeah. Look, I can't talk about that on this platform. I can't go in details, folks. And I also got some nice little things made by Rodney available at my, just right next to me. And a U.S. Marine Corps K-bar. And my left and my both of my left and right pockets have a Swiss Army knife of the Tinker variety, the Tinker version, which I've covered. And the bolo knife that I've talked about way back when, I can reach and grab it right now too. Yes, I am equipped. I'm ready. I advise everybody to be as ready as they can be right now. But be prepared. Be ready to protect yourselves and others in your family, people you love and care about. I hope never ever to have to use any of this stuff, except maybe to whittle a piece of wood, making me a toothpick or something, right? To bang out some firewood, or for just target plinking. But I'm opposed to any more immigration for at least a decade. Oh yeah, there you go. We got so many here that we're having trouble. We don't need any, to be honest. At least unless it's some specialized skill, like we used to get from European countries. Once upon a time. Thank you, New Days. Yes, guys, now is the time to consider your prepping. And if you go to prepwithgreg.com, if you type it in that way, don't just go to my Patriot Supply. Go to prepwithgreg.com, because you get specials there, and it will help you and help me both in terms of getting yourself ready. Right now they're running a special on a 4-week supply of food, and it's like $60 off for a 4-week supply. I believe that's still, that's a special that they're running at prepwithgreg.com. So you can, the 4-week supply, this is a price that's more affordable, especially here in the Christmas season. So a whole month, 4-week supply, 2,000 calories a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for just $177. Guys, you can spend that in a dadgum a week or two if you're not careful. on regular stuff. This stuff lasts 25 years. It's hermetic. It's sealed in these buckets, against moisture, and it's got sealed pouches. You can bury this stuff. You can put it in your caches. It's easy to bug out with. And throw it up. You can throw it on the back of a motorcycle almost. It's lightweight. You've seen the buckets. I've shown them to you in the past. So consider that, guys. And we're just Eagle Pass and El Paso look like a whole new country. Yeah, I get that. So seriously, folks, the situation we're facing in this country is, as Samuel Turner mentioned, it's the sleeper cells. They're all over, and they're in huge numbers. And not just sleeper cells. Look at the biolabs. What else is there that we haven't found in that regard? I just ran your website through 2 down detectors, and both say it's definitely down. I just pulled it up. That's strange. I just pulled it up. So, I don't know. Those able to pull it up haven't cleared out their internet cache. That's interesting. I should have a notice that my website's down. I don't have any notices. I spotted any Bigfoot on my travels. Not recently. Not recently. There's lots of coyotes around here. Ravens, coyotes. I saw fox. Hey, we got Alaska in the house. I can pull it up on my phone. Okay, Cheryl's Country 11. So I just grew up in El Paso. Was the safest city in the United States and a great place to raise kids until not long ago. Well, see, that's the problem. And this is happening all over the country. I'm hearing now that Denver, Colorado is the #1 car theft city in the United States. Didn't used to be, but where the immigration is increasing. Look, we're getting Venezuelans coming up. And Venezuela just opened up their prison cells. Why should we pay and feed these guys? We'll just send them to the United States. The United States will give them, Americans will give them money. You come over the border, you didn't have to pay any taxes, but suddenly you get a lot of money. VidCom, well, thank you, VidCom. Salute to you. Michelle Young, salute to you too. You can't get a basket of groceries for less than $100 anymore. You're right. Whoa, my gosh. Absolutely. So Tony says, be safe and remember the world isn't falling apart. The world is falling in a place called Armageddon. Oh, yes. That seems to be the direction, guys. So we went from not locking our doors to carrying. Yes, Juanita. And we shouldn't have to do this. I mean, it's sad. It's really sad where we're at today in this country. People aren't worried about Denver. Well, at least not about under Denver. It's safe there, really? Well, there's other cities where there's a higher rate of other things that's somewhat less than ideal, if you know what I mean. I got to be so careful on this platform. They hit me so much. Groceries have increased since 1990 so much that it's well over 230%. The only thing I've actually predicted on this channel was that the price of food was going up. That's the only actual prediction I have made. I've talked about other things that might happen, but the only thing I said that would happen was the price of food would go up. I was saying that 4 years ago. What happened? The price of food went up. Now they're claiming inflation is being tamed. Well, it's still inflation, but they're claiming that because the Federal Reserve has choked the country, that inflation is going down. Some are claiming to refer to deflation. But so the Federal Reserve is going to apparently lift some of the interest rates. That'll be good, but look what all they choked out in the meantime. Price is going up a ton more soon. Yeah, this Red Sea thing could really do it. If the shipping gets shut down because of fighting, if the Persian Gulf gets blocked, there's a lot of things that, if you get a war in the South China Sea, the South China Sea carries fully 1/3 of the world's trade, more than the Red Sea. It's like almost 3 times as much as the Red Sea. The South China Sea is huge in trade, and China wants to just dictate who comes through and how they come through They want to rule the South China Sea. They want to be able to just own it and dictate. That's what they're trying to do. And they're trying to say nobody's got a right to go through there without their permission. Isn't that something? So, what's up, Slapjack? Yeah, if you hadn't, you almost need to rewind, guys. The United States is getting involved in a coalition of the willing, uh, Operation Prosperity Guardian. 10 nations that are going to take on the Houthis, apparently. So we don't know what all that means just yet and how they will go about it. Will they actually attack the Houthis in Yemen? Or are they just going to continue the interdiction of drones and missiles? But when you see them put together a coalition like that, it usually means an attack. In fact, that's the history. Every time we put together a coalition in the past, we have attacked. And that's what it sounds like they're saying. So, Greg spell check keeps adding an apostrophe. We're on what, Silvershire? Guys, I had to start this video. For some reason, YouTube has changed the defaults and it tried to come up with something for sharing screen on my phone. It's like, that's not what I was trying to say. I didn't do anything to evoke that. And another thing, I was having some trouble getting in landscape mode. What I discovered is now YouTube has set it up so that you have to go, every single time you go live, you got to go in and reset it. Because the default is, looking through a crack in a door, because they want you to do shorts. They want everything to be shorts. Shorts. Oh, I hate you, Herman and Schwartz. Oh, the bed bugs bite your shorts. So that's what they want. They want everything to be shorts because they're trying to compete with TikTok and all these other little 2-minute no attention span videos, and the kids who got no attention span anymore. And so that's the default, and I have to go in now into advanced settings on every live session to set it. I just discovered that recently. So yeah, just a lot of junk. Let's see, our videos will play on YouTube but be the wrong videos for the little and the script. Okay. Generation of lax attention. Oh yeah, guys, cyber attacks. We're worried about that. So, hey Ellen, how you doing? So I'm a prep. There you go. Try it. My piece because they pay less money for shorts. Well, people watch more time too. View time. A lot of these kids will just watch one after another, and they just watch shorts. So that's what they want. YouTube, it's just in it for the view time. That's how they make their money. So just saying your website is up, Green Greg. Okay, I'm getting various people claiming different things. That's odd. I'll have to check into that later. It's not the end of the world if my website's down because I'm really not needing to sell anything right now because it's kind of difficult to ship worms when I'm in Arizona, and I've only got one part-time worker now, and I've reduced the workforce out there in Alabama because they weren't performing. It was really bad. So, and that's another reason I'm just, looking to shut that place down is you can't hire decent help. I spent 1.5 years trying to build a mushroom house, and all my mushroom spores and everything died in the meantime. I put a lot of money in an investment, and it should have taken 2 months top to build that building instead of 1.5 years. I had to fire 4 different crews. It's like, really? You can't pay people to do stuff already out there. Here I'm getting volunteer help. I got my roof on my place, guys. I got my roof on my place out here. So I suggest repairing the YouTube link when you get it. What? Repairing the YouTube link? All right, George Coggins, what do you mean by repairing the YouTube link? What repair needs to be done? I don't know what you're talking about. Can you move in, Greg? No, I got a roof on it. I got siding on one wall and a couple pieces on another wall. No, it's not ready to move in. No, but the roof is protected. The YouTube link on your site is dead. The YouTube link on my site. Now, my site has videos linked to it from YouTube. Is that what you mean? Or the link from my YouTube page to my web page? So please clarify, because I'm not, what I'm gathering, your site works, but the link to it from you, okay. That's interesting. Well, that's YouTube. That's just YouTube. YouTube has been stumping me left and right. So something that's worked for 4 years, maybe 5 years. Let's see, when I started this channel, 2018. Okay, it's almost 2020. Wow, okay. Yeah, my channel is over 5 years old. It has worked for 5 solid years. I've not changed anything. So YouTube did that. Yeah, they're stumping me, guys. I am losing subscribers every day. Lots of them. My channel is going. So I need help, guys. Share my videos. They're demonetizing a lot of my stuff. I may be gone. They may end this, and if they do, I'm going to be in a world of hurt because I'm in the prospects. This may be the only source of income I got real soon. I mean, like in a matter of less weeks than I got fingers on my hand. And so if they're doing that to me, I got to be very careful on here. Link in YouTube profile to web page. All right, yeah, okay, I got that. I got what you're saying. But why? Why is it bad all at once? Because I didn't change nothing. The link is the link. It's a simple little web address. It's been there forever. Your subscribe link works on your greengregs.com. Just checked it. Go to X. How do you make money on X? I'm talking about my livelihood. This might be it. And it's a very puny little livelihood. I'm talking about, a lot less than Social Security I would get if I can get it. And what I'm making on YouTube is small. So, about the only thing I'm getting right now is the super chats. That's it. I got 71, 72 in super chats. I appreciate that. YouTube takes a piece of that. But that may be it, guys. I've only been able to do a video every 2 or 3 days lately. So, everybody don't use X. And that's the way it is. So, it's like everybody say, go to Rumble, go to Rumble, go to Rumble. Yeah, I got a Rumble channel. I put videos on Rumble. And it claims you're monetized from the get-go. For a view per view, I think I've gotten a few thousand views on Rumble, and I've earned all of maybe 2 cents, and they ain't paid me nothing. Supposedly on the thing, I've earned 2 to 4 cents or something like that. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. That ain't worth me looking at even. It's like YouTube. YouTube's horrible, but Rumble is like, I don't see why. I can go on Rumble and say some things I can't say on here. That's true. And I have done that, and I will do that again. There's something I really just got to say. I'll probably go to Rumble, but they're talking about changing all that. The government really wants to end that, and in fact, I'll give Elon Musk credit. He said he'd go to prison to maintain the freedom on X. I got to give him credit for that because that might mean that might slow down their attempts to shut things down. Because is the government going to put Elon Musk in prison? They might try it. Who knows? They go after a lot of people, but it will create a huge stink, to say the least. My Twitter account was taken away over the. Oh yeah, yep. The laptop discussion. Oh yeah, I kind of mentioned that. Yes, guys. So I'm retiring in 3 years. So hey, JoJo, that's a great idea. If you have PayPal or Cash App, you could get entire donations. I do have PayPal. I don't do Cash App. Hey, Gabby, appreciate it. I know how much. I know it's not much, but please buy breakfast and a coffee on me. Well, salute, Gabby. I will. I'll probably be at the Purgatory Coffee Shop in the morning because it's the only place I could actually work remotely around here. And so, yes, I'll get some coffee and something there. I have a couple of seed orders to fill tomorrow. Oh, very good for you, Drops. So, glad you're getting some good seed sales. So, if you threaten someone's life or claim someone needs capital punishment, oh, well, and that's all no-nos. And that's probably no-no on any platform. And, you shouldn't do that. That's just something you shouldn't do. Point blank. Anywhere. And I don't threaten anybody. I don't advocate violence in any form. I advocate peace. I do advocate you protecting yourself. and been to protect yourself. But apparently that's an awful thing. You should just open the doors to your, okay, we don't need open borders. So why have doors on your house or your car? Throw away your keys, unlock everything. Isn't that the same philosophy? And if somebody wants to beat the crap out of you, just, okay, well, come on, punch me to death, and whatever I got on me is yours. It's the same, what is this philosophy? What is going on here? I mean, guys, this is nuts. Anyway. And I'm probably going to get in trouble. This video is probably destined to get in trouble. I mean, gosh, guys. If your phone has a hotspot, you can connect your... That's what I'm doing, but I'd have trouble getting signal. I do not get enough signal to support me doing some of the stuff I do at work. And right now, I'm running my engine to run the power for this stuff. I can't do that all day. And there's just a lot of issues with it. The software that my company uses, it requires too much bandwidth. I need 5G to run that. And I am in the middle of the desert where there is no 5G available, and the 4G is sketchy. There's like one place on my property I've discovered where I can get halfway decent 4G, and it's right here where I'm at, and I got 40 acres here. But there's only one spot here I can get 4G, and it's not always, all that many bars, and it's problematic. But I can't run all the tools that the software from work, because they're using what do you call it? It's where everything is online basically, and of course they do these online meetings through what is the app? It's Teams, and we've got our online servers with our data and everything I have to work from, and I've tried it from here. I can't even log into some of that, so I'm going to get Starlink set up, but right now I just don't know where to put it and all that kind of stuff. So don't have to lock anything here. Well, that's great, Drops. That's great. Sounds like the purge. The world's gone. Yes, it has, Juanita. Remember the days when you didn't lock your door? Yes. I just entered Greg's site and hit the subscribe to Green Greg's YouTube. Took me right to GG site, no problem. Okay. All right, well, I don't know what's going on here. Satan reincarnated, ruling over. Well, Drops, you're in a great location. Hey, Rodney Middleton, thank you. Better use this for your lunch. Rodney, salute to you. Thank you, buddy. Yes, sir. No, you guys are, you know what? I've got one of the best channels in the world. I love you guys. I really do. You guys have come and done so much for me. You're helping me out here. And I've had, most of the help, at least half of the help, maybe a little better than half the help that I've got for building this place came from YouTube. People that are subscribed to me on YouTube. I'd have to say more than half. And I've got neighbors, a couple neighbors that have actually chimed in to help me. I don't get that at home in Alabama. I've had a couple neighbors just really go out of their way and provide a lot of help for me here. And I made a lot of friends here. So I'm happy with that. And there's just a lot of things that's opened up for me in ways that's just not probable. It's just kind of like something kicked me in the rear end in Alabama and told me to get the heck out of there. I mean, I got kicked repeatedly. It's like, God was looking at me and says, "What's wrong with you? You can't understand what I'm telling you?" Pow! And you come out here and things just like open up. It's like miracles occur. It's like, okay, there's something you're telling me. Hey, Samuel Turner, just recover from a new mystery. Sick almost through. Oh, that's where you've been. And slept 12 to 15 hours a day. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, hang in there, buddy. Get better. But thank you for that awesome super chat, Samuel Turner. Wow. I was worried about you. I knew that was odd. I hadn't seen you for a while. You're a big regular. Wow. Thank you, Samuel. But I really hope you're better now. So everybody say a prayer for Samuel. Ingrid's made it out to see the baby girl and say, San Diego. Well, good for you. Good for you. That's awesome. Rebecca, here's some good news. Jesus loves us. Yes, that's true. All right. Say, Rocket Man, you got any pics of your bug out home? Well, I can't share them from this phone doing a live session like that. When I get back to Alabama, where I got a studio, I will show you guys. I'll show you in the video. I'll probably do a video on it. Yeah, I've been recording little snippets, but I got to have my editing software, and the editing software on this phone. I do have some editing software on this phone, but it's kind sign. I don't know. It's junk. So, and the most of the video I got comes from my camcorder, not this phone. So, yeah, Sam, get well. Jojo says here, I told you to email me that one a half a year ago to get rid of the debt. What? Get rid of the debt? I told you to email me that one a half a year ago, get rid of the debt. Email you something getting rid of the debt? About the only way I know to get rid of my debt is sell my house. And that one, and the flipper offers don't cover it. Yeah, the offers and the flippers don't pay off my house and all my debt, but they get most of the way there. Trident! Awesome, Trident. Well, thank you, Trident. Salute to you. Wow. I'm working on recovering from something. Mega dosing vitamin C. It seems to be working. 11,000 milligrams a day at 140 pounds. Well, Ellen, bless your heart. Bless your heart. The guy's roof on and everything buttoned up. Well, roof's on. I won't say everything's buttoned up. No, I don't have walls up and all the way around, but the roof is on. And we put some cross bracing in it to stabilize it, because it's just mostly frame right now. So that's, so to stand the winds when I'm gone. One needs to stock up on, yeah, I can't even say that, Dr. Jekyll. If I said I'm in trouble on here. Marie, awesome. Marie Shevlin, $20. Thank you, Marie. Wow, this is one of the best nights I've had for Super Chats in quite a while. So, Crazy Cloaked Incorporated. Hey, good to see you from Australia. We get people from all over the world in here. I have it, but I save it for the really bad stuff, says Ellen the Story. Y'all may know that when I was out here last time, my last trip, I got sick. And I got sick because, I believe it's because I was snoring in the cold air. It gets 2016, even 2 or 3 trips back, it was, we had nights it was hitting 16 degrees Fahrenheit. Back in, I guess it's like October. It was like really early. We were hitting some pretty low temperatures out here at night. Just a week ago, I believe, probably a week. Yeah, I think it was about a week ago. We hit 12 degrees, and I managed that in my van, and I did okay now because I've finally got better equipped for it. But those cold temperatures, I got really cold, and I didn't have power to run my CPAP machine. The device I'd bought to take care of that little janky little Jekyll, whatever they call it, Jackal, that's a piece of junk. It's I wouldn't use it for a fishing weight. Of course, it'd probably pollute the water if you tried. I don't like those things. It died on me in like 2 weeks. It was just bleh. You spend $400 on something that lasts 2 weeks. What a piece of junk. So, yeah, I'm running a Predator generator tonight. It's Predator 2000. It will trip on about 10 amps, although it says it's good for 14. No, it don't do 14 amps. It does about 10, and it goes, ugh. So I got to be careful. And I can run a CPAP on it, and maybe one of those little 200-watt heaters that'll fit in your hand like this. That's about all I can run now. And those heaters, now you see your body actually generates a kilowatt. So it adds a small little fraction of heat above what your body heat would do. But, it beats a poke in the eye. I've actually run that thing and woke up with frost in my own inside of my windshields and windows all through the van. So it don't keep the van above freezing, but it helps. Like this, better than a stick in the eye. So, and I can run another little heater a little bit when I'm not running a CPAP. but it often trips the Predator, and it's not a big heater either. It's just a little bit bigger than the same make, and just a little bit bigger than the 2000. But if I run it any time at all, it cuts the fuel down, and I got to worry about not being able. I only sleep about 4 or 5 hours a night, and I have been running out of fuel sometimes. Just running a CPAP and a 200 watt. Yeah, those things are supposed to be better than that. Little heater. So the best thing I got, but I got to run the CPAP, because if I'm snoring at night and breathing in cold air, that's what messes up my throat and my lungs. But if I can breathe through my nose, I'm fine. But often, if you got sleep apnea, you're snoring. I snore like a sawmill. But I've done that since I was it ain't got nothing to do with weight. I was skinny for years and years and years and years and years, and I snored then. I snored when I was a baby. I have snored all my life like a sawmill. So, but CPAP, no snoring. But, I have lived, I had one of those Philips CPAPs, and they recalled it. So, and it took them a year to replace it. So I've gone without them since I started using them. And then I was out here, at least at first I wasn't using them after my little Jackery, whatever you call that thing. Yeah, I might do a video. I got a bunch of videos I need to do on product papas. So, time for me to do a lot of product reviews. Go over there. And I'm behind on my, hey, Drops, you need more coffee. Drops, I spend a lot of money on coffee. And now I'm not set up the kitchen here to brew my own very much. Yeah. I got a little camp stove, and but I don't have a good sink. It's the washings of paint, stuff's a pain in the rear end, and I don't have a lot of time here, so I've just, I've brewed a couple pots, and that's been about it. At this rate, Greg is going to be bouncing off the walls with the coffee. I live on coffee, guys. When I'm at home, I drink about 2 pots a day. Right now, I'm lucky to get a few cups, and it is expensive when you got to buy it out. So I appreciate that, guys. Are there any power supplies that are worth the cost? I don't know, Jacob. So far, what I've found has been garbage. So I'll be on the lookout. And hopefully I'll find some good solutions and all that you guys know. I'm going to go solar. The next trip I'm out here, I'm planning to get all the siding up. I'm planning to hopefully start wiring this place and put some insulation on it. Maybe, the next thing is put sheetrock on it. Once I got the sheetrock and the doors and windows in place, I got the windows. I got to build the doors. Once I got all that, I can move in. I got a wood heater here. I got another Super Chet. Where's it at? I don't see it on here. Well, the mount went up, but I don't see where the Super Chet is. I'm going to scroll back up. That's odd. I see Drops for coffee money. That's the last one I see, but look, the number incremented. Maybe it's just not counting right or showing something. I don't know what it's doing. That's weird. Worst part is when nature calls in that type of weather. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Been there. That's where I'm at. And nature does call. So, yep, that can be interesting. Granny, good to see you, Granny. All right, so yeah, good question. Are you okay, Granny? Lordy, guys. So we're in for a interesting time, guys. But like I said, I really appreciate all the love I've got from you guys. I've always said we're a family here, and that's the truth. Greg, brother, I watched Nick, and she has a lithium-ion power inverter with solar cells. I don't know about lithium-ion. I don't like that. Check out her channel and look for links. 2,400 watts is available. I don't want to do lithium-ion. It's a big fire hazard. Gained 5 pounds. Hey, congratulations, Granny. Glad to hear that. On a system you can daisy chain. Daisy chain these Jackery things. Batteries you can daisy chain because they got positive and negative terminals on them. These Jackeries don't. My batteries are lithium iron phosphate. Anything that's lithium ion's got me highly suspect because of thermal runaway. You want LiFePO 4 batteries. I'll have to look it up. LiFePO 4. All right. For those that were looking for my address, it's my address in Alabama. I'll give you the P.O. Box. P.O. Box 383, Tony, Alabama. P.O. Box 383, Tony, Alabama. And the zip code there is TONEY. Zip code is 35773. And if you don't know my post office box here, I'm about to leave here though. Post office box is 237, Snowflake, Arizona 85937. Wow, it's fat weight. I've been eating like crazy. Well, I'm glad you gained some weight. That is good to hear. And get walk around some if you can. So, yeah, I was considering just getting. I got a 12-volt lead acid battery. That's one of my 100-watt solar array. That stupid little Harbor Freight solar array. And they would give you this little controller output device for it. The supply where the solar array is supposed to charge the battery, that thing falls out all the time. And about the only thing I can do with it is run one light and charge my phone. I can't charge my laptop. If I connect it to the output of it, my laptop battery will die fast. It does not provide enough charge to run my laptop. But it will charge my phone overnight. If I leave it on, for the 4 or 5 hours I sleep, it will mostly charge my phone. Not necessarily completely, but it really stinks. Considering I got a 12-volt battery and it's charged, that it's the output, but it's janky. Even the light, you got to sit there and wiggle the connector on it for the light to come on. It's janky. It's junk. It is janky junk. I'm sure I can go find me another controller and use that solar array and do a lot better with it. It's the controller that's junk. 12-volt batteries are cheaper, but don't buy maintenance free. It's good to be able to top your battery. Yeah, sure, absolutely. That I know. Because they will lose fluid. And you can even add aspirin in them. It used to be an old trick we used to do. All right, Christy, how you doing? Christy easily says the U.S. could not protect Saudi Arabia from the Houthis. You know what? We wouldn't do it. Yeah, that's true. And Saudi Arabia, who fought the Houthis for years, is not part of this 10-nation coalition officially. And I find that to be very, very interesting. Very interesting. But see, that's one of the reasons that Saudi Arabia got mad at the United States, was that we reneged on a deal to sell them some F-35s or something. And they particularly, they particularly did not like Biden. All right, let's see here. What's here? Here's what you need. Can chain 48 VDC and can run them down to 90%. Oh, that's good if you can do that kind of discharge. Drops, it'd be better if you email that to me, because I don't know. So I almost clicked on. Last time I clicked on a link for this live for my video, I lost my video. Hey, New Days, could you copy that and email it to me or somebody? All right. I'm old school, sir. Well, that's good. Being old school is a good place to be. My controller is EP Ever 4215BN. Say, folks, if any of you are in contact with Lee, please let him know that these CMEs can affect your health, give migraine. I've been hearing that. Yeah. One of the first guys that mentioned that passed away in a heart attack during a big CME. That was kind of interesting. My first diesel heater, and I'm impressed. Okay, John. If the name doesn't make sense, then probably not AG. Well, AG's gold, right? So what are we talking about here? Geomagnetic Earth Watch. Drops. I have a power supply guy. Well, yeah. What I hear is that batteries for long term, like for solar, you want a very tall, deep battery because they'll last longer as just the fluid level goes up and down. It doesn't wear them out as fast, something like that. So you get the really tall batteries, the deep discharge batteries like interstates and things like that. I don't know. It affects people with heart problems. Yeah, that's what I just said. Wise Al, there was somebody that had been talking about this. One of the first people I mentioned that passed on a major CME event. That's why I'll never get headaches. I had one like, I had one like a hangover during. Yeah, well, that's no surprise. Yeah, we've had some major solar storms. Greg, I put that link in your messenger box. Okay, very good. Forklift batteries. I know a guy who was actually planning to use his forklift to run his shop. Just like that. 7,500 cycles, 200 each, including shipping. Okay, drops. I'll look into it. I'm gonna have to just weigh out my battery options and array options. Now, there's people out here that get solar arrays that are like 2 years old. Apparently, California's got this thing where they for some of their stuff out there, they only allow solar arrays to be mounted for 2 years, and then they have to update them, which is stupid. But it makes for a lot of people out here be able to get good deals on used solar arrays. It'll probably still last 20, 25 years. And that's what I'll do for the arrays. The batteries are the issue. Batteries are very expensive. And, of course, I got to get good controllers. And I got to figure out what voltage system I want to run on. I've got a lot of options the way. I've really not dug into it yet because I've had other more immediate problems just getting the structure built. So I'm just taking things kind of one day at a time. But that's kind of what we're doing here, what I'm doing. Oh, Canadian Prepper just said that Lebanon took out 2 of Israel's Iron Dome batteries. Wow, Michelle. Well, are we talking about Lebanon, or are we talking about the Hezbollah? Hezbollah is the biggest Iranian-backed group outside the Houthis. The Houthis are getting some serious stuff from Iran, but Hezbollah is in Lebanon and Syria, and yeah, they're huge. They just almost run the place, but they're not synonymous with Lebanon. But still, they are so dominant that Israel is talking about invading, apparently, Lebanon. Get your boots off and stand on the grass and ground to beat Space Electric. Okay, man, I'll be back shortly. 12 volt. Well, a lot of people go 12 volt with their solar systems for their homes, but you still got to have some converters for running some things. There's some appliances that need higher voltage that people can put in converters for. Power supplies and sound. Okay, drops. Well, I'm an electrical engineer, but I just haven't looked into house solar. I mean, I've done solar for space station, but there's a 24-volt system that had remote power controller modules and utility rails in which they mounted, and we had DC to DC converters, and we transmitted across over 100 feet. So it was an architecture for space, using space hardware, military stuff, 100 kilowatts, nothing like what I do out here. So, there's nothing in that system would be available for me to use. Nickel hydride batteries, a lot of crazy stuff. So the stuff I know about that kind of systems is not what we have here. 48 volt DC only. Keep cats off. 48 volt. I got a building to put my batteries in. So you suggest 48 volts. Not 24, not 12, but 48. So I might need to talk to you on the phone. A pop-up from Canadian Prepper saying the Iron Dome was destroyed. Well, I don't think they destroyed the whole Iron Dome because it's a distributed system. They might have taken out some batteries. Now that I could see, like Michelle Young said. It'll only worked on the F-22 cruise missiles at 8 drops. Well, you've probably been looking into the solar stuff for some time. For home applications, I built a solar hot water heater, two of them from my greenhouse, and they work great. When I study something and execute it, that's one thing. But when I'm uh, casual about it, it's a different matter. Until I get into it, a lot of people ask me for advice on solar photovoltaics. It's not my area yet, but it will be soon. It will be soon. I will study it. I'm about to jump into it, but I've had so many other things to do. You can always get a step converter. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. You might want to look at marine batteries. Well, I have used marine deep discharge batteries for certain applications at my place in Alabama. I had a device where I had a winch that I made a portable winch I could use in the woods, and I used one of those for that. So I'm trying. I'm here. I am a 12 volt. Okay. Oh, I've had people, lots of people say go 12 volt. 12 volt's the only way to go. You'll save money if you go 12 volt. Things like that. I don't know. I gotta save money, guys. I'm cutting a lot of corners here because, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna finance a well here. I'm really hard pressed for that. I don't have the money for it right now. So uh, that is something I'm gonna be struggling with. There's certain other things that you're supposed to do that I'm not doing, just because it's costing a lot of money and I'm running out. I'm having to stretch it and I'm having to make crazy decisions, things you would not ordinarily do. I couldn't afford 48 volts, so I went to 24, says David Potter. Well, there you go. Money is an issue. Solar Arc solar controller, 8,000 watts is $8,000. That's too much for me. I can't do it. I can't do $8,000. I can't do $8,000. So y'all throwing all these expensive things? No, that ain't happening. Don't think. Not unless some money falls on my head. $8,000, I don't have it. That's what I'm saying. I'm having to make decisions, guys. Uh, you know, to be able to afford what I'm doing. Money is tight. That's why I'm coming out here. I can't afford to live in Alabama anymore. That and prepping. There's two good reasons. That, and I've also been kind of kicked in the rear end. I can't afford my mortgage. I can't afford my credit card payments. And no, I didn't run up the debt personally. Somebody helped me out with that too. So anyway, find a source of used NASA batteries. Well, when the space station enters atmosphere, I'll go dig up the the stuff that little point Nemo in the ocean where they plan to splash it down. Oh my gosh, guys! Oh, I got a space story for you guys in a minute too. You want a solar all-in-one charger? You can daisy chain solar all-in-one charger. Well, batteries. I know how to daisy chain batteries. I know how to do that. I know how to get either more voltage or more current or both. I know how to daisy chain battery cells. I know about a lot of that kind of stuff. I am an electrical engineer. I can do that. But in terms of, are you selling your set? No. That'll be the last vehicle I keep. Sorry, Arnold. Betsy Blue, if I had to give up every vehicle I own, if I went bankrupt and they said you can only keep one vehicle, it's Betsy Blue. I'll keep Betsy Blue. That 1-ton truck is just too useful to give up. And, it'll survive an EMP, guys. That's a tough vehicle. It's a gas hog, but it's a tough vehicle. And if you're running a farm, a truck, you got to have a truck. And a little pickup truck, just don't cut it for the kind of things I've done. So, yeah. The Betsy Blue is the number one. A waterbed is a good heater and doesn't require much electricity. A waterbed? We bought a very big battery, about 3 volt foot, 3V foot, a 3 foot. I believe it's a forklift batteries. Yeah, I've got a friend who's used forklift batteries for stuff like that. You can get a water bladder and heater pad for fairly inexpensive. I don't know what what really? Bluefin. I started with a solar just for my freezer. I hate its lithium batteries as well as I just use AGM Deep Cycle. Yeah, Deep Cycle is probably what I'd go with. Probably lead acid. What's this crazy quote? Dad. Yeah, what is going on, crazy quote? Dad, fad. Uh, Rodney, crazy quote is probably. I don't know. What was that? I have had people come in here that just haven't been all combobulated at times. Oh, Drops is moving. So my place packing. Oh gosh, Drops. All right, Drops. You just told us you got no crime, no debt. So if you live in an area where you got no crime, why would you move? Where you going? What's up, Drops? Greg would wake up on an ice cube on cold nights. I think I have. Let's see. Been saving on food a little by shopping at Aldi's after hours. Hey, all that stuff means something. Yeah, buy whole vegetables wherever you can. Grow your own, guys. Grow your own stuff. You can always check out my links to True Leaf Market and to Eden Brothers. You have to go to the videos where I post links and live videos when I'm on travel. I don't tend to post stuff on, but if you go to the uploaded videos, I don't know what's going on with you. Momony. Cheryl's Country Living says, I have a cheap cell battery solar from Walmart since 2020, no problems. Well, good for you. Wise Grace should come to Harrison, land for sale. I don't need to buy land. I got land. I got this place for next to nothing here. But I've been offered a lot more for it than I gave for it. So, no, I'm not. That's one of the reasons I'm out here. It's because I don't have a mortgage on the land here. I got the land here for a fraction of what I spent on my mushroom business that never got launched because my stinking help took a year and a half to do a 2-month job. Oh my gosh. For a fraction, tiny fraction of what I spent to do worms or microgreens. I spent a lot more money on all these things than I have on the property I have here. So yeah, I got this place for a song. And it is beautiful property here. It's not just some scrap desert place like you see for sale in a lot of places. No, I got a really beautiful property here. It blew my mind when I got here and saw what it really was. It's like, wow. So I'm extremely happy with the place here, and I'm happy with the community. Let is know what I am selling before you move. What? Oh, you want to buy some what I got, Wise Owl? Yeah, I will probably sell some of the stuff I've got. Thank you, New Days, for sharing that. I made a wise decision I made wise decisions in the past. Well, good for you. Some of my worst decisions have had to do with people that came into my life. I brought 3 24-volt 100 amp hour lithium ion. I don't want lithium ion, David. I don't know. For a 1683, replaced 20 lead acid cells for a few weeks ago. Okay, David, where'd you get them at? Now there is a big solar place up in Show Low. White Mountain Solar is the name of it. But a lot of people go to them. But I'm hearing there's cheaper sources for everything they've got. But a lot of people use them. You own the mineral rights? I have to look into that. Foundation. Land is definitely a definite win since it can provide multiple food sources. True, true. I have enough room here. I can grow just. I have seen people in this area grow beautiful gardens right here. My friend who on YouTube is by Rex and also a mutual friend of Rex and Diamond on the Alpine Ranch Project, who goes on YouTube by Old Geezer. It's not his name, but he don't want his name mentioned on YouTube, so that's why he's called Old Geezer. Brilliant guy. He's got some, health challenges right now, so he's actually moving back to the valley, which is what the locals call the area around Tucson, and he's going to Tucson, I think, and Phoenix, because it's lower elevation and way warmer. It's actually hot down there. They had a beautiful garden. Oh my gosh, it was just gorgeous, huge garden, growing okra even. So this is agricultural zone 7A. Tony, Alabama is borderline 7B, 7A. It's 7B basically, but it's almost 7A. 7A is like Fayetteville, Tennessee. So yeah, you can grow a lot of stuff here. Hybrid inverter is great. Let's see, Gary, I have a 48 volt DC side with 220 volt AC as I am in UK and happy. Okay. You have to keep lead acid batteries warm in the winter or they won't put out as much. Oh, that's true. Seen a woman on YouTube turn a bit of Arizona desert into a paradise garden. Yeah. Well, I've seen people in Arizona and in New Mexico who have a little bit less rainfall than I have here, do entire rainwater collection and run greenhouses and gardens in their house and everything else. My little building here, from the roof area, the average annual precipitation is 12.7 inches. You integrate that over my roof area, you get almost 2,000 gallons a year, almost. So I think I can come up with some water collection, but I do plan to put in a well when I get to the means to do so. Underground air shafts. Yes, I may do that. That was not an option for me in Alabama because you dig down 4 inches and you get groundwater. Where I was at in Alabama, I couldn't do that. It just wasn't a reliable choice where I was at in Alabama. A lot of people said, "What'd you do that?" So, you can't do it here. Here I can easily do it. Yeah, and I probably will do that as I'm getting involved. Fuel cells take platinum. Yes, they do. I think they're coming up with an alternate fuel cell architecture right now that's not platinum based. I've seen some articles on that. You know anything to let do as long as you have water. Right. Yeah, John, you're right. Solar is limited in a lot of places. There's only so many areas it's really good for. And same way with wind. So wind is good where wind is steady. Solar is good. Even here, like today it was half cloudy, and I knew people had plenty of solar arrays who were firing up generators. I had dinner with tonight with a friend who helped me build this stuff, who's been a long time YouTube follower on my channel. He's local. And I actually met through Old Geezer. But he came out here and helped me, and he actually invited me over. He made a great pot pie, to that chicken pot pie. So it was awesome. DJ is his name. Great guy. Ex-Marine. Really solid guy. But, that's kind of, how long have I been on here? An hour and a half. Well, I got to go. We have wind generators too. Yeah, it's important sometimes to have both. I would do both where you're at. Yeah, we get wind here. Small windmills and solar. I got another friend who's offered me apparently a good deal on solar, but no, on a wind generator. I think it's, I don't know, I forget what he said exactly it was. And it may still be available, just because I'm going, but yeah, why aren't you using it? He's on off grid. So I did spend about 3 weeks with a friend here when I first came out here, uh, who, was living solar off grid. Yeah, I'm off grid. I'm running right now on my vehicle and generators. Right now, I'm running off the vehicle to bring you all this. Because my phone would crap and so on, out if I weren't. Hey, Matterman. All right, so can you drill your own well out there? Well, you got to go down a couple 100 feet, so that'd be kind of hard. That would be challenging, to say the least. Now, if I had my own well rig, I could. I got another buddy here's talking about buying a well rig. I don't know if he'll do it or not. If he does, I'd probably get 2 or 3 wells put in. There's an awesome video on YouTube, lady growing lavender and honeybees in Arizona. Yes, my friend Jennifer Miller grows lots of lavender out here. So there's a good amount of seeds. On the produce I received from Aldi's. Okay, dumpsters. Okay. You'll be happy once you get moved. All right, Cheryl's Country Land, I think you're probably right. A sand well might be out of the question if you're looking at a sand well. I didn't see anything on IL except where they blew Iran Space Center. What? They blew Iran Space Center? What does that matter? What happened? I am the founder of Altman's Foundation. What is Altman's Foundation? Yeah, tell us more than that. I don't know what that is. Have 4 or 5 generations of heirloom seeds. Yes, that's the way to go at it. Have several generations. Because once you grow, you got to have heirloom seeds to get back the same plant. You're getting seeds out of the dumpster, you know what you're getting necessarily. But if you grow them successive generations, they will acclimate to your climate. But always plant the seeds from the best plant, the best fruits, and save those seeds. Ritchie Brothers Auction, Houston, all kinds of equipment. What? Maybe a rig there. Like a well driller rig? I don't think I can afford it. I was chafing on somebody putting a mention here of probably a great deal on an $8,000 battery unit. So, buying a well drilling rig, that's not my budget. My wind drainer would have been better, but they sent me a 12-volt one instead of a 24-volt one. Yeah. Get you 2 and hook them up in series. Alrighty. Iran Space and Rocket Center blew. Said IL did it. IL. Illinois? I know you don't mean Illinois. What's IL? Iranian, Israeli, Italian. What is IL? Help me out, Drops. Help me out, Matterman. What is IL? Israel. IL? How do you get IL out of it? How do you get Israel IL? Okay, so Israel blew Iran's Space Center? Okay, it sounds like we're at war. Big time. Whew. Wow. Okay, so that's new news. I hadn't seen that one. Good night, all. Appreciate all the info you provide. Take care. Yeah, all right. Well, thank you for being here, Gabby. Oh, to me is Indian Ocean. Getting here late. Good night, everyone. There you go, Cheryl's Country Living. All right, guys. Things can happen real fast. Shoes can drop real fast. Wars have a tendency to escalate. We know Iran is behind so many of these proxy outfits. We know Iran is trying to develop nuclear weapons. We know Israel wants to stop that. The United States at one time claimed it wanted to stop it. I don't know, guys. But right now, things are getting really tense. Iran is apparently allied with Russia because they're supplying Russia with stuff for their war with Ukraine. And this whole thing with the Hamas attack occurred on whose birthday? Vladimir Putin's. And it was suggested it was a birthday gift from Iran to Putin. And it took a lot of heat off of Vladimir Putin. All at once, people just stopped looking at Ukraine and started watching the Mideast. And you can bet your bottom buck that China, Iran, and Russia are pretty much pulling together here. And, all these countries like North Korea, all of them that want to take something or do something with somebody else. Look what Venezuela it was just talking about taking part of Guyana. It's times like this that countries get froggy and think they can make their move. Once a lot of other stuff starts going down, they go, well, who's going to stop us now? These guys, the Americans' hands are full. You see what I'm saying? I'm open to explore water wheel power. Okay, that's a good one. If you got a stream with a nice drop in elevation, which in engineering parlance is known as head. It's like voltage. In water, or hydraulic fluid system, the analog to voltage is head. It's a form of pressure. All right, 20,000 rescues in Iran. Oh, yeah. So, guys, and the Russians built the Iranian nuclear power plant, guys. There are some good videos on DIY wells, is what you meant to say? Yeah, but the self-drilling wells, that's good for if you go in about 20, 30, 40 feet. I keep telling you that it's about the Caspian Sea trade routes, Iran and Russia using railroads and shipping. Well, the Caspian Sea trade's kind of, they got some challenges with that route. It's all biblical, Greg, yes. Watch Germany and Poland join the Russians and head down. Oh, you think they're going to go with Russia? I don't know about that. I think the Gog Magog is it's somewhat elusive. As to who's what. Where they're coming from. Rodney, no way what? All right. Oh, Hans Driscoll. Handsy Hands. You should go find the gold in the Headless Valley, Lost Dutchman. It's a good place to lose your head, I think. Garmer is Germany. There you go. Poles and Germans join. Well, yeah, okay, I got that. Yeah, I don't see that either. Because Germany is, what I announced earlier, Germany is for the first time since World War II stationing their troops in a foreign country. Lithuania, to help Lithuania hold off the Ruskies. So, yeah, guys, we are in interesting times. It is time to get ready for bad times, really bad times. I don't see how 2024 is going to be a good year. I think it will, for most people, be the worst year they've ever seen. I hope I'm wrong. Chestnuts roasting on the Tesla fire. Chestnuts roasting on the Tesla fire. The car going up in a funeral pyre. Keeps me warm. Let's see. Tash, I'm in AZ2, just left Florida, that I had thought I would be a good place to be, but wasn't. Hurricanes just weren't for me, and you can't go down, no root cellars, no nothing near. Yeah, that's kind of where my home was in Alabama. I couldn't dig down because I just hit water. I went to a piece of my property that was 10 foot higher than where the water was and where my little wash on that property was, little, almost like a creek, but it's more of a wet area and swamp, and dug down and 8 foot, thinking I'd be good, but the guy I hired with a backhoe to dig the drain didn't dig it deep enough, and so I was going to have to backfill. That really stopped my underground house project there. Anyway. Chestnut China. What are you talking about, Lee? Love roasting chestnuts. So, yeah, we used to have an American chestnut tree. That was a thing here. And American chestnut trees got wiped out in a blight. My dad remembered them. He talked about how majestic they were and great and wonderful, and he missed them. When I was a kid, he showed me the stumps that used to be chestnut trees. There were still a few stumps left. They've been working to try to resurrect the American chestnut. Now, if you go to Europe, when I was in Italy, they had big, tall chestnut trees, and people, collected chestnuts just like that in Europe. Well, at least in Italy. When I was in Italy, I noticed that. So it's like, wow, this must be like what my dad was talking. Big, tall, about the only chestnut trees you got in the States now. These Chinese chestnut trees are they're bushes, basically. They're chestnut bushes, not much of a tree at all. I got better juniper trees here than some of these chestnut trees I've seen. Artesian well. Alright. Lee is not a subject for my channel. I'm not going to talk about him. Poor folks in Iceland got hit with a volcano. Yes, that's true. But I hear it's a flowing volcano. Okay. But they've been trying to come back from the roots, of what I understand. The chestnuts in the Carolinas, they've been having some luck trying to get them recultured for several years. They were doing that when I was a kid. My dad actually bought some chestnut trees from up there, hoping that they would survive, and they didn't. They died. Travis Walton lives in Snowflake. What out there? What out for those fires? You mean watch out for those fires in the sky? Is that what you meant? Handsy hands. Yes, Travis Walton is in Snowflake. I think he lives near the high school, from what I've heard. He don't want to mess with people. Pecans, yeah, I love pecans. The black came in. Yes, that is true. On those Chinese chestnut trees, wiped out the mighty American chestnut tree. Isn't that sad? Greg, you're thinking about building an underground place in Arizona. I have some great bags that would work. Bags? The Green Dream used. Oh, the sandbags. You got those kind of sandbags? Guys, yeah, that's a great channel, the Green Dream channel. I love those guys. I've actually interviewed them one time on my channel, on my Green Greg's channel. They built a kind of a beehive-looking dome home with sandbags, but it wasn't just regular sandbags. It was basically a feed bag. It was made of the same kind of material, so they were a lot bigger. But you can build all kinds of stuff with sandbags, guys. Houses. That's true. They lost a lot of pecan trees in southern Georgia with that hard freeze years back. Oh yeah, of course a few hurricanes wiped out a bunch. 50-pound feed bags work great. There you go, Matterman. That's a good size. No sandbags. These are pellet bags. Oh, pellet bags. Heavy. No, pellets are heavy. Yeah, you buy a lot of pellets for your heater. Okay, cool. That would work. That would work. Yeah, I'm about to make a trip to Maine. I can get things cleared out. Alrighty. Actually, it's probably the time to be in Maine to do some trapping. If you're going to go to Alaska or Maine, go in the wintertime. Go in the coldest months. If you really want to know what the place is all about. Alright. We play Conkers with chestnuts here in Britain. Okay, I don't know what Conkers is, but sounds like fun. Alright, there's one other thing I wanted to bring up to you guys. Cows are going to save the universe. Oh yeah. Cows. Cow crap, in fact. So, as you know, Elon Musk has decided that methane is the way to go with rockets, and so is Bezos. They're both using methane-fueled rockets, and the ultimate prep is space. There's all kind of resources in space. There's power, You know, there's a lot of more sunlight up here. You could beam power. You could, or use it to manufacture stuff in space. Space has got asteroids with just all kind of materials. There's the asteroids, what Psyche. It's out there that's got, you know, much more gold in it than all the economies in the world multiplied many times over. Supposedly everybody would be a trillionaire if you could get all the gold out of Psyche. But of course, you know, that much would glut the market, and it probably wouldn't be worth jack diddle. But still, there are resources available in space. Space is one way to not have all our eggs in one basket if you could settle space. Well, the Japanese have invented a cow crap rocket. Basically, they've used cow dung to make methane, and they used it to power one of their rockets. So I just thought they successfully tested their engine. So I just wanted y'all to know, all the people that think cows are going to end the world, no, cows are going to save the world. Power to cows. Yes, power to cows. So yeah, this was done at the Hokkaido, which is northern island in Japan, launch complex Zero. So but sure enough, the Japanese came up with a cow crap rocket. And it worked. So seriously, guys, cow crap will save the world. Not to mention this, you know, great for fertilizer and stuff, right? So Conkers is a game where you drill a hole through a chestnut, then put it on a string, and you take shots at smashing each other's conker. Wow, that sounds interesting. I'd see that. LL surprised they didn't make incense out of what, the cow crap or the conkers. More steaks. There you go. Best time. So I need the best time in Maine is August, April. Yeah, whenever your black flies aren't out. Anyway, I'm not in here to bash any other channel. That's not what we're here for. I've been bashed by another channel, you might say, but I'm not going to return the favor. So I don't see any point in going into that kind of stuff, guys. We have better things to do and more stuff to worry about than what some other channel has to say. Unless they really get to be a problem, you know, if they're really damaging stuff. But, you know, I don't, you know, we'll stay out of that game. I use Knuckles usually Knuckles get hit when playing Conkers. Oh, okay. Who's ever played Mumbly Peg or Rudapeg? It's a knife throwing game. That's especially Rudapeg. It's got to do with who's got to root the peg out of the ground, or in some cases a cow patty. Dried cow patties make excellent frisbees. Yippee-yay, cow patty. I love that song. That's funny. Post your age, sweetie. Me, I'm 63. Do we want to do it? Does everybody want to say how old they are? A lot of people wouldn't want to do that. But if you want to, go at it. I just told you what I am. So I want you to lead the way there. The one who asked for it. How you spell it? Elexon, how you say it? Sison. I don't know how to say that. 39. Mumbly Peg, don't miss. That's right. Got to be a YouTube vid on Conkers. Oh, okay. We'll have to look for that. Do they use cow patties for heat? Yeah, people cook with cow patties. Fresh cow poo, great magic mushrooms. There you go. So there you go, guys. Cow crap's gonna save the world. Hey, backyard Beasley, same age as me. Don't know me, Mom? Yeah, you're a spring chicken. I'll be 68 in January. Well, good for you, David. You have an attorney for Lee. Okay, whatever you got going, that's y'all's business. 80. Well, all right with Jacob. Good to see you here, still swinging at it at 80. 75 says the windy one. Good, cool. Chris is 39. All righty, Chris. I'm glad we got some younger people here. We're all geezers. 60 Ellen Story says, no, Chris is 39. We're not all geezers. Just most of us. 67 is Wise Out. 63. Yeah, New Days. New Days is right close to me. Well, then just New Days is just days for me. Just days, like two days. 2 days apart. 2 days difference in age. Isn't that funny? 59 and 6'2" have to worry about stepping on people at Walmart. That's funny, drops. Lottie. All right. Have to wrap the cow patties. There you go. Maybe it'd be a good Christmas gift. Yippee. 47. Hey, Michelle, you are a spring chicken. All right. Your home will be done soon. Well, it'll take a lot less time now. The more challenging part's been done. The most challenging part has been done. The next most expensive thing will probably be the batteries for the solar arrays. Anyway, when do you celebrate our birthdays? There you go. That's an idea. Wife, 411. Oh, that's cute, 411. Follow here with a shopping cart. Alrighty, folks. We've gone long enough. We've been on here almost 2 hours. It's getting up in the morning. I really got to get up early. So I didn't mean to run it this late. We get chatting, guys. We're a family, and I love chatting with you guys. You throw a lot of interesting stuff out here. So we have some good conversations, So I think it's time to go. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank you, Super Chatters. Tonight has been a super night for Super Chats. It's been one of the best nights in months. Probably since maybe March of last year when I was having when my greenhouse blew up. A lot of people chimed in to help me out then. So I think this is probably the best night since, at least for Super Chats, that I've had since then. Or close to it. Her head sticks on the top of the cart. Lord. When I'm going live, when I get home, my old lady throw out everything I own. Uh-oh, Arnold. Throw out everything you own. That's not good. Energy is a massive issue. Yes. Alrighty, China. You went too far. Rodney, got your comments. Catfish was gross. What was catfish gross? Do you think catfish is gross in general, or just somewhere you went? Oh, good song by Billy Ray Cyrus. Oh, okay. Alrighty, folks. Once again, thank you, Super Chatters. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, mods. You've been busy tonight. You've been busy. I want to thank everybody for coming in here. If you've not hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up on the way out. Remember, my channel has been stomped, apparently. So share my videos. Go in and comment on my videos. Comment to other people's comments. Give thumbs up to other people's comments. Social interaction matters in this with the algors that have no rhythm, if you know what I mean. Post a picture of the desert casa soon. When I get back to Bammy, where I got my desktop computer and all the software and stuff that I normally do stuff from, I'll show some pictures then. And I may even do a whole video on this. You gotta remember that Desert Prepper video, I didn't release it until I got back to Alabama. Oh, my hand's getting sore holding this phone so long one way. I had to switch hands. Woo! Love catfish. I made some. I made some. It was nasty. Oh, JoJo. Hey, I love catfish too. Fried catfish is awesome. Psychological, spiritual, physical preparedness. Keep doing the things. Yes, that's right. Amen. Pay MTFF9. You know, when you want me to sing, oh, Christmas gift. Arnie, you already did. Wall jacks. Alrighty, guys. Michelle, thank you so much. Ow, my fingers are getting sore just holding the phone here. Beware, the enemy is infiltrating. Yes, indeed. Jojo Knight, congrats over your roof. Yes, thank you, thank you. Mudcat fillets. Oh, okay. Alrighty, folks. Thank you. Thank you all again. Just thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you. Y'all bless me, and I hope I bring information to you that will bless you. And you know, we do pray for each other from time to time. It's late tonight, so we're going to call it a night tonight. But pray for Samuel Turner, everyone. He's just getting over a bad bug. So I think that's a good idea. We have channel cats here. Yeah, we got channel cats in the Tennessee River. Anyway, that's cool. Of course, I'm on a channel here. Does that make me a channel cat? No, I'm not a cat. I'm a dog. Orf, orf. Anyway, yeah, there's a cat symbol. Jacob. Alrighty. Once again, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Super Chatters. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Y'all have an awesome night tonight, or day tomorrow, so the night's almost over. Just always remember, and thank you, New Days. Just always remember, keep your eyes wide open and head on swivel, because, guys, it's like the whole world is about to come unglued. I mean, it's what it looks like. I hope I'm wrong, but just look what's going on. Looks like it's on the precipice of World War III, or it looks like we're already getting into it now. That's what it looks like. So we got a holiday season coming up. Use this to tell your family you love them. Merry Christmas drops. That's what you need. Make sure everyone in your family, make sure your friends know you love them. Because as light dispels darkness, love dispels hate, and hate is the biggest problem in our world today. So, thank you all for being here. DEFCON, yeah, we probably are all over that, John. It's classified, we don't know where we're at, but if the Israelis hit the space complex for Israel, I'll dig into that. I'll do a video on that probably tomorrow night, unless some issues hit me time-wise. Wow, that's huge. That's huge. The U.S. getting a 10-nation alliance together to take on the Houthis is huge. Israel talking about going after Hezbollah is huge. It looks like this is about to explode. And then the South China Sea thing is looking it's on the hair. It's a powder keg on a hair trigger, guys. A powder keg on a hair trigger. Pretty good name for a video. That's where we're at. Trust God's word. Yes. All right, folks. Thank y'all so much. I will probably do something of a Christmas video at some point. Maybe not on Christmas Day, because I hope to be with some of my grandkids. But patience, your survival techniques. Amen, guys. On though. You just want to get knocked out. I'm not still on. Don't still have signal. This is odd. I thought there's a platform messing with me, guys. I don't know. That was odd. I was about to say goodbye, good night, and I got knocked out. And it was really weird. I have lost signal before, but I didn't lose signal then. And it didn't get the buffering thing I normally get, and try again, all these little buttons that normally get when I lose signal. No, I saw signal. In fact, it switched to another video. So, what? I didn't even touch anything. It just happened. Anyway, once again, I just want to thank everybody for being here. Let's call it a night, and let's end the video properly. But that was weird. That was odd. I had to come back into my live like I was going to do another live video to get back in this video. So thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Super Chatters and all. To one and all, a good night. And if you don't hear from me again, Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Good night. God bless.